Get this started. Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. All right, let's quickly get the question out. What would you like first? The good news? No. What would you like? The bad news or the even worse news? There's a lot of things that went on with Bayern in the last few hours. Just me waking up to the fact that Perisic is not staying at Bayern, a player that all of us wanted to stay. He's not going to be staying at Bayern Munich. Apparently, Bayern wanted to offer Inter Milan 12 million. I swear this club can do anything it wants. We can literally go offer 2 million plus 100 billion in World Cup wins bonuses for Lionel Messi. We could do that. That's what this club can do. We are frugal. So Perisic isn't staying. Honestly, I did say it. I did say there's no way Bayern is paying more than 10 million or even 15 million for Perisic. He's 31 and there are people angry and crying. You know what? I get it to a certain extent, but I don't really think it's that big of a deal that we're not signing Perisic. The reason I'm saying that is because I want someone younger. I genuinely don't think we need more experienced wingers. I don't think we need older attackers. Perisic is getting towards the end of his career, and yes, he was very effective and efficient for us, but for more than 15 million, I didn't see it happening. 15 million for a 31-year-old, his high wages. Let's just be honest, there's no way Bayern were ever going to pay more than 10 million for Perisic, considering the 7.5 million in wages as well. So no Perisic for us. We have actually missed out on Perisic. That's a little bit annoying, I can't lie, but we have to keep an open mindset. That's one of the biggest setbacks. There's even more setbacks. Apparently, Alaba's contract, according to Bild, the most reliable source of all time, there are things going on there, complications. I'm more confident now than ever that Alaba will renew his contract with Bayern, just because Bild are coming out with more bullcrap, like they always did. They came out and said Bayern were willing to wait 1 year for Sané. And guess what? It didn't happen. We signed Sané pretty much a few weeks after that. Bild always get it wrong. They always get a little detail wrong. They always get information wrong. Even Sané himself. Last summer, Christian Falk and Bild were reporting that Bayern were so close to agreeing with City. Bayern opened negotiations. And Sané said at the time he got injured, which Bild said the talks were advanced, Sané himself stated that things weren't that advanced yet, so City played him in that game. So I don't trust Bild that much, but they do have an information gathering way that has proven itself to be at least a little bit reliable. So that's the reason we can look at him. A Bayern thing to do would be to sell Alaba and get Umtiti on a 1-year loan. No more La Liga rejects for me. I don't want any more of those. I don't even want Adriozola back, no Coutinho back. You know what? Perisic is gone. I don't want us to go back into negotiations. Look, the Bundesliga season starts in 9 days, so whatever business we need to get done needs to be done now. There needs to be transfer activity. We need a backup right back now. We need a backup winger because Perisic is gone. You have 3 wingers for 2 damn positions when you're going to have 3 games in a week at times this season. You need a backup attacking midfielder, and if Thiago leaves, I would like an adequate replacement for him. We have lost 3 players that sat on our bench. You need 3 players to sit on your bench, and there are people saying, George, what about the young players? This young player thing you need to understand it's about reward. You can't just say, hey, young player, get in there, just because we don't have anyone else to sit on the bench and to give competition. The whole concept of the bench is that when players are performing bad, they look at the people sitting on the bench just warming up, then they start performing better. Why do you think players start warming up at very unusual times? The 59th minute when a team their backs are against the wall and there needs to be substitutions and the manager tells his bench to warm up. It's a psychological thing. I don't think Gnabry's going to feel threatened if he's having a bad game if Oliver Batista Maya is warming up. He's not going to feel threatened. I don't think Niklas Jula would feel threatened if, Chris Richards was warming up. You see what I mean when I say you need a bench? You need a Perisic. You need a Coutinho. If Coman is having a bad game, he's going to look on the sideline, see Perisic and Coutinho, and he's going to want to play better. Why do you think whenever bench players start warming up, all of a sudden we don't need substitutions because our team got our act together? That's psychology. It's sports psychology. It's always been like that. And there's a reason why players warm up right next. They don't go to a secret room and warm up there. No, they warm up right next the sideline so the players on the pitch can see what's going on, can see that at any moment they can be replaced. That's psychology. I can't speak English today, but that's psychology. Hopefully you know that now. So yes, we do need to buy players that sit on the bench and can push to be starters. Yes, we do. We need young players, but we also need a little bit of experience. And a young player that plays at Salzburg has a lot of experience. There are young players that play. That's what we need. That's what we needed. I just wanted to get that out there. So Perisic isn't staying. Coutinho isn't staying. Odriozola isn't staying. And we know that for a fact because Bayern confirmed it. Bayern wouldn't have confirmed Perisic leaving if he was going to stay. So, lone Lingard, says COVID-19. Well, that would truly be a 2020 thing, just like COVID. Loading Jesse Lingard to Bayern Munich to come win trophies and do absolutely nothing but take pictures and promote J Lings and do this for 24 hours straight. Okay, so we miss out on Perisic. There's also more news around different players' contracts. So we have a lot of things to unpack there. So Perisic is pretty much confirmed. He's going. There won't be negotiations to get him back. That means we need depth. That means we need players. But then there's also a different story coming out. We'll talk about Alaba's contract later. I'm sure someone's going to ask that question. There's a different piece of news coming out now about Perišić Dest. And that's also coming out from Bild, I believe. So, did I save that? Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. So, about Perišić Dest. So, pretty much, the story now is that Ajax want 20 million. Bayern are only willing to pay 10 million. Now, this is a little bit stupid from Bayern's point of view because you're not buying a 31-year-old right back or a winger. You're buying a 20-year-old winger that could be a very big marketing asset in the US that could also have a huge future and could build a fullback pairing and could turn into a world-class right back soon in the next 3-4 years. So that's what you're buying. Right now, he's already a very good right back. You saw him versus Hertha Berlin. You saw him versus actual Bundesliga sides in Ajax's friendlies in their team camp and training. He's very good. Attacking-wise, I don't think there are better right backs than him in terms of dribbling and all these things. But defensively, he looks like he is capable. And that's what I want to hear. Capable. He's capable. People don't understand. People think just because he's overly attacking, it means he's crap defensively. Bayern Munich are an attacking team. We're a pressing team. We don't get our right backs in 1v1s all the time. We do maybe once or twice per game. But most of the times, our defending is happening from the opposition half while they try to build up or have the ball in the middle. We defend from the front. So someone like Dest coming in would be a very good option off the bench. Again, if Pavard is having a bad game, he's going to look on the bench. He's not going to look at Leon Dejaku, who just converted into a right wing back, right? No, he's not going to look at that. He's going to look at Perišić Dest, an up-and-coming kid that's hungry to be in the team, hungry to prove his worth, hungry to prove the fact that we paid, I guess, the 20 million. But now it looks like Bayern, according to Bild, are unwilling to pay that. I believe this deal will happen. Because first of all, Max Aarons slowed down. I don't know why, and I don't know the reasoning behind it. Are we seeing Dest? Okay, we are seeing Dest. So Max Aarons slowed down. The story around him is pretty much that he won't. Well, I guess there are other. I'm not sure with Aarons. Maybe he's going to like another Premier League club, like a low. I don't get it. I don't think I understand it. These mods, I'm putting you on furlough, as the British people did. You're getting laid off soon. I'm laying off mods. No, I'm serious. I think if you looked at just his overall game, Perišić Dest, if you watch him play, he's very technical. He has the Ajax footballing brain, but also the capabilities of just someone more exciting. I do like Perišić Dest. I don't know. I don't care who we get. If we get Max Aarons, then I'm happy. If we get Perišić Dest, then I'm happy. I don't really care who we get. I just think we need a backup right back. Someone that ideally has an attacking, just like a world-class attacking ability about them. Someone that can push the game forward. I want a different type of right back. Kimmich was amazing last season, well, 2 seasons ago, from right back because of just the impetus he added to the position. Did you see Kimmich play? What I love about Kimmich is he just controls the tempo from right back. One thing he does is he stops and then he crosses. Like, he doesn't you don't see Kimmich running and then fires across. He usually stops, takes his time, and then puts in, like he did with Coman. He stopped the ball completely. Whang! Ball went in. That's what Kimmich does. I think we want that again. I want a right back that has just a tempo control on that right-hand side. Someone that just makes defenders scared. No one wants to attack Davies' side. Because you know what? If you lose the ball while attacking his side, all of a sudden, his pace, Sané's pace is killing you. And that's what people don't want to do versus Davies, right? That's why you see Davies just run back, make a tackle, and then he just makes the game more fun to watch as a right back. It's more fun to watch Alphonso Davies be a left back, So I want someone like that, someone fun to watch, someone interesting, someone that has a creative mind when it comes to attacking, someone that can overlap but underlap and, like Kimmich would do, get inside, and then Gnabry would be out wide and then they drive inside. I don't know. I want that. I want that connection again. Remember 2 seasons ago, I don't know, was it the Freiburg goal? Gnabry's first Bundesliga goal for us? I don't understand. I don't remember. But it was him and Kimmich the entire season. That was probably the biggest duo. They were controlling the games a lot of the times, and I absolutely loved them. Camavinga is impossible. He is. He's staying at Rennes, and he's probably moving to Real Madrid next year to be Casemiro's long-term replacement. And I don't know. Could Bayern get in the way of that? We're champions of Europe. We're definitely attractive. Everyone wants to join us, but we don't want everyone. I'd love us to spend 70 million on Camavinga because watch what he did for France. And this is what I mean. There are different levels to this game. This kid is 17 and he's playing like he's 25, prime. He's just mature. He's playing like Kimmich was when he was young, playing for Stuttgart and RB Leipzig. But Serginho Dest, it's cold. Oh my goodness, why is every single transfer story cold? The last one we'll talk about is Alaba, and then we'll get to the live comments, is Alaba. Alaba looks like, I think he'll extend. Bild coming out once again, saying the normal crap. They even came out with a story saying Lucas Hernandez earns over 20 million, and there's a conflict thing and Bayern said, no, he doesn't. He doesn't earn that much. Why are you lying? Because they're trying to find a new agenda. This time it's Alaba. Alaba apparently wants 20 million. I think Alaba does want 20 million. But why would Colin Drummond just said the talks in Lisbon, would have been positive? Why did he say they were positive if things were just the same? He wouldn't have said that. So I believe Alaba will sign a new contract. There is going to be a pay increase. He's going to be making maybe 15 million a year. And we'll all be happy. There are people genuinely insulting. I don't get it, man. Why are fans like this? It's probably the dumbest thing ever. How are you going to insult a player for wanting more money at their job? Oh, you earn enough. No, the footballers don't earn that much compared to actors. Kevin Hart will get paid 40 million and 30 million for a movie. And that's just one movie. Football gets much more attention. Bayern is a multi-billion-dollar company. We make hundreds of millions every single year. And if you're one of the 11 players on the pitch, you want to get paid more. You start feeling like, hey, this guy's getting paid a lot more money than me. I want more money. I understand why Alaba wants more money. Now, I don't understand why he would leave because of the money issue. Why he would go somewhere else and want to. He wouldn't want to leave, right? Alaba wouldn't want to leave for free, nor would he leave only for the sake of money. I don't think he's that player, but I understand why he wants more money. If you're doing your job, fine. I had a job and I was doing it, great. And they gave me more money. So that's it. You just need to get more money. If you're doing it well, you should get a promotion. You should get a pay rise. And clearly, he's been our best center back last season. And really and truly, for me, people are underestimating Alaba once again. Alaba went from, oh my God, he's so perfect, made a few mistakes or, look, first of all, it's his first year playing at center back and people expect him to be Van Dijk. Yeah, he's the best ball progressing center back and actually he's the best passer into the final third in all of Europe. period. No, not just center backs or defenders or midfield. He's the best, period. So he's getting that ball into the final third. How do you score? How do you win in this game? You score the goals, which means you need to move the ball farther up the pitch in order to score the goals. You increase your chances. We score 15% more goals when Alaba's on the pitch and 15% less goals when he's not on the pitch. That's a fact. You watch Lucas Hernandez for France. Lucas played very well. Got spun one time, but he played very well overall. But one thing I did say about his game, he has this stupid Atletico Madrid clearance in him. he doesn't have that much composure on the ball from deep. He doesn't really want to do what Alaba wants to do, play out. Alaba lost the ball versus PSG in our own box. But that's because he has the guts to try something like that. And that's fine for me. Thiago does it too. Thiago loses the ball once or twice per game. And it looks so bad. But that's because if it did work, it would have been absolutely amazing. So, the people that are insulting Alaba for wanting more money, I would never understand it. If Thiago and Alaba leave as well, despite signing this summer, transfer is a failure for us. I did say, I agree, AM. We have to be careful not to, I guess, be losers. You can think, oh man, we got Sane. We got Sane. We're so happy with Sane. And then all of a sudden, your depth is crazy bad. What if Sane picks up an injury? You're having to play Coman. Next thing you know, Gnabry gets 2 knocks and he's out for 3 weeks. And Muller's at right wing. And all of a sudden, Jamal Musiala is starting 3 games in the Champions League. You know what I mean? I just don't want that situation. Of course, I want to give us an opportunity to grow as a young squad and give the young players opportunities. But if you're losing a quality player, you want to bring a player of that quality or a player that can be that quality to the team. You have to keep strengthening. That's what winners do. I don't think Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, and all these rich people, I don't think they sit to themselves and go, I'm too rich. I should stop getting richer. You can't stop getting better. And I think we should want to improve. Rap 2 there saying Depay. I would have loved us to get Depay. I would actually want us to get him. He offers a different type of striking solution if we need a backup for Lewandowski, but also a similar type of positional play. He drops deep like Lewandowski and gets the ball and improves the link-up play, especially with Haaland. That's where I love him playing. Right, and in an attacking team, he could score more goals, get more assists, and also he can play as a winger. I would love a Memphis Depay. You got it right on the nail on the coffin, on the head. You got the nail on the head. You got the coffin there. Rap 2. Camavinga is very expensive, says Alitia. Well, yes, yes. If Thiago and I already read that, but if Bayern give Lucas a chance, you will see. Yes, I hope I see. I think he will be given a chance. And this next season, like I explained, is a huge opportunity for him. Because, look, I don't think... If Lucas Hernandez has the same last year, you know what I mean? If he has the same period of time that he had last year, injury, and then gets displaced completely by Alaba, you can imagine... No, we will all get impatient. People, not us, but people in general will start saying flop. He flopped. You'll start hearing that more and more. Flop. Lucas, you'll start hearing the price tag. 70 million, what was it for? You'll start hearing that. So Lucas Hernandez needs to have a big season. Not just from the perspective of staying fit, but when he does play, because he will start games. Maybe not the most important games, but there are games pretty much every 3-4 days now. We're going to have the 18th, there's a game. Then 6 days later, there's a big final in the Super Cup with fans in it. And then after that, on the 30th of this month, we play Dortmund in the Super Cup final. So you're playing so many games, important games. There's a lot of traveling. You're going to need to rotate. And that's not even the congested part of the season. And then you get to the Club World Cup and you got players traveling one side of the world while having games on the other side. You're going to have Pokal games in between. So Lucas Hernandez will get his chance to play. and I want him to prove himself. And then if you have two center backs that play one position and are both good, then I guess you have a situation where you just have squad depth, which means if Alaba's having a bad game, you bring Lucas on. If Lucas is having a bad game, you bring Alaba on. And it's competition. It's healthy. Competition is very healthy. You don't want to be in that type of relationship, where you're always comfortable. The relationships, there's a huge disconnect a lot of the times because the couples feel comfortable, and then one thing could happen and all of a sudden they're broken because they didn't keep themselves on their toes. You have to keep your partners on the edge, on their toes. And that's what a relationship should be a lot of the times. And that's what you need on that pitch. You need healthy competition, keeping players on their toes, constantly making sure everyone knows their spot isn't finalized. So I agree with you there. I definitely agree that David Collins, we should give Lucas a chance. Maybe his thinking is, I won the treble and everything in Bundesliga. Time to win other trophies in other leagues. Well, Kellen, for Bayern, that's definitely... stop speaking logic. I agree. Maybe that's what Thiago thinks. Or Alaba even. I think Alaba will stay. He'll stay, get his money. And also, the people complaining about how much money he gets. It's not your money. If Lewandowski starts getting paid 30 million a year... actually, this is his last big contract. It's not our money. It's not our money. It's not my money. Like, this money isn't coming out of my wallet. It's not coming out of this. So clearly, someone's just confused. It's never been my money. So I'm fine with Alaba wanting 20 million a year, but I'm not fine with paying him 20 million a year. I think, yes, if you do your job well, and you feel like you're important, then go get you a pay rise. Because that's it. Go get you a pay rise. Because football is a very, go watch the Spurs All or Nothing documentary. I think that just dwells so much into how things work in and around the clubs, how players feel about certain things. Danny Rose, he's feeling like, I got a right-footed center back playing my position. I want to leave. And we don't get this sometimes because we're like, just stay on the bench, just be at Spurs. Why do you want to go to New? But he's like, I don't want to see that. That's and he moved. And football is so much deeper than we give it credit for. It's so much more more complex than that. The transfer window for us, we think of FIFA, the career mode thing. You think of you just click on a button, make offer. And sometimes the player has just joined that club and they won't want to leave so soon, so you can't sign them. But then most of the times you can literally offer you could offer 50 million for Messi, and the age thing, they'll say yes. Because Messi would decline very quickly. You can offer for any player in the world. But in the transfer market, things are a lot more complicated. The amount of players that want money, and there are different motivations. Agents have to agree. And then what if a player has more than one agent? And now you have to communicate with, oh my goodness. It must be a headache to complete transfers. Can Nianzou play at right? Well, no, I don't want him to play there. I'm sure he probably could. But, I don't want a could. I want a can. So, yeah, I'm not sure about the could statement. But he can play there, but never did in his career. So, yeah, I don't think he's going to be... It's like playing Boateng at right back. He can probably play there. Yes, he can actually. He can play right back. But why would you want him to play? So, right. I'm not sure about that. Nianzou's out for a while. Well, yeah, 6 weeks. I mean, there's more bad news that we talked about yesterday. Yeah, I mean, it looks like Bayern just want to get injuries. By the way, leave a like on the video. Let's get to 40 likes. I appreciate each and every single person. Paul, Philip, Matthew, we could get Draxler for the bench. You know what? I'd rather just delete our club if we sign Julian Draxler. He's crap. Our bench doesn't have to be crap. Coutinho was actually very good, except he couldn't hit his correct form. But whenever he played, Coutinho was class. Well, not every game, but remember when he had 5-goal... Coutinho is actually a good player. Perisic is actually a good player. Odriozola was starting under Lopetegui at Real Madrid, and he was actually very good. And then Zidane came back and put his old boys back in. we actually had a quality bench. So I don't just want anyone. Julian Draxler. I don't just want anyone. You want quality in numbers. You can have a big military. I bet you North Korea have a bigger military than the U.S., than the United States. They probably have, in terms of numbers, they probably have a bigger military because everyone pretty much has to be in the military. You have to be military for Kim Jong-un? Yes, they have to be. But then the U.S. could just use one aircraft carrier and their whole country would be wiped out. And that's because the U.S. has quality in depth, quality in numbers. That's what you need. You know, you don't want your Draxlers on the bench. PSG have that problem. They have crap players on the bench. Because then when a big player gets injured, yeah, that was a horrible accent. I don't do Asian accents. Okay, when I do it, it sounds racist. It really does. Do you think Lewandowski will be better next season than last season? Yeah, I do think so. I think he'll, maybe not score 50 something or 1/3 of our goals. Well, to be fair, thanks for asking that question because I feel really like that's a challenging question. That got me. If you think about it, Lewandowski had Gnabry. He had all these different. What if now it's Sané and Gnabry and they're both producing, make right decisions and cross and he gets more goals? That could happen. I genuinely feel like if he wanted to, he could have a better season. I don't see him scoring a hat trick every other week though. Like, scoring 4 goals in one match. That's impossible. In the Champions League, that's impossible. Who scores 4 goals in 20 minutes? The only Lewandowski would do that. That's what I mean. That's the complication now. Teams are going to want to do even more sitting back. And that's what I love about Lewandowski. Even when teams sit back, he always manages to score. That's the best striker in the world. You can't just sit back on Lewandowski, right? He always picks up the right position. Give him 2 yards. The one thing that he's the best at in the world is in that tight space. Most strikers can't work in tight spaces. Lukaku, maybe Haaland can, but not too much as he can work off the strikers, running in behind. But Lewandowski just gets 2 yards, bang, bang, and he sets up a power shot. So teams are going to be wary. They're going to want to park the bus. They're not going to want to make the same mistakes to let him score all the goals he did. And I can imagine, I don't know. Let's see. I hope he does. If Lewandowski has another great season, then, we win another trophy. Of course. Who do you think will play a bigger role in Leva's goal scoring? I think it's going to be Sané. Sané is more of a creative winger than Gnabry. Gnabry is a goal scorer. You can tell he has the natural inclination to score goals. I mean, Gnabry is very mixed. Him and Sané are very mixed. Gnabry wants to get assists. He always puts these amazing crosses in. I think he had one versus Lyon that Lewandowski missed, where I was like, you should have scored that, Lewandowski. You should be scoring that. Gnabry, the one that he made to the back post with his left foot. Gnabry is very creative. And I think now you add Sané. Sané likes to dribble, take players out of the game, and then cross. And then it's a tap-in for anyone that's there. So Sané is selfish. Well, I expect a lot of assists from Sané because he has more goals than assists in his career. That's him. Sané is definitely not selfish. No, Sané's not gonna shoot. He usually passes more than shoots. Sané is a creative winger. He likes to create chances. And I'm gonna look up the stats and I'm gonna show you because I can't believe you think Sané is selfish. He has 276 games in his career, 72 goals, 73 assists, so 50-50. But in the Premier League, which is more important to me, because this includes all the under-19s. Well, he has 25 goals, 31 assists in 90 games. So he has over 60, around 25 plus 25 is 50. 56 goal contributions in 90 games, and 31 of them, the majority, are assists. Sané is a creative winger. We're going for the double treble this year. We're not winning the treble next year. You know how much harder it's going to be, especially with just the pressure. Well, I think we could still win the Champions League again, but if we go into the season with this squad, the depth in it, I don't think we'll win more than we'll win everything. I don't think that's gonna. We have to strengthen. But right now, if you stop the transfer window, I don't think we can compete in the Champions League and get as far as we did having a better bench. We have to strengthen. That's so important for us. It's getting hot in here. How about Iowa? How's some Iowa? Faith G. No, Faith doesn't work in football. Actions do. If we buy the players we need to get, then it makes sense. Is it cold? Oh crap! It snowed outside. Colorado. It was hot, and then it snowed. We experienced one of the biggest heat waves a few days ago, and now it's cold as hell. This is the state I live in. Haaland will sign with Leeds United on a free. Yeah, good for him. Grealish would be good for Bayern. I think that would make me happy if we signed someone like that. First of all, he's English, so you just know all of a sudden we're gonna have a British fan base that want to watch Grealish play. I always wanted that. I think that's what Bayern want. They're getting. Who is our British? Yeah, we still want a British player, and Scottish. Scotland is really where we're looking. We have Barry Hepburn. The kid is killing it. First of all, Barry is absolutely ripping up the under-17s. I won't be surprised if he mid-season gets promoted to the under-19s. And then next year, he'll probably be with the Bayern 2 team. He's ripping it up. It's like his second game or something with the under-19s. He's already ripping it up. I told you, this kid is the next Messi. Who do I want to face? Can anyone let me know? So there was a pot. There was a thing that came out from UEFA themselves. It was like pot 1, and different teams are in different pots. I think Man United is in our pot. So are we able to face Man United? I'd like to know that. Like, I genuinely care. If there's ever a time to tell me something, it's that. So how did this draw? I keep forgetting. So they put 8 groups, and then they just take random things out and throw them. How did they work? If I subscribe to the channel, if you're new, let's get to a lot more subscribers. I'm not happy with the. I mean, look, the channel is still growing with or without this football. So I'm happy with that. We're still growing. We don't stop growing, and that's the most important thing for me. So Man U is in pot 2. Can anyone believe we won the Champions League last month? Okay, champs of each of the top 5 leagues are in pot 1 with whoever won the playoffs. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so that means we could. Okay. Thank you so much, Kellen. Absolutely helpful there. Who do you think should be Muller's replace? I think we made a video on that. I don't think there will be a Muller replacement, because you're not just replacing Muller. You're replacing. I don't think you can replace a player like how we imagine. Oh, let's get this guy and he's gonna play like this and he's gonna be. You can't do that. That's not possible anymore. There aren't like for like players for Muller. What you have to do is get a player that contributes just as much as Muller does, and they could do it in a different way. They could be a dribbler, that plays the cam position. They could be like a Neymar, but the next Neymar. You know what I mean? Someone that's effective. That's what we need. Okay, and then it's whatever place they're in second. I'd love to face a United. I want us to face English teams. It's more fun. I don't want us to face I don't want the team going to Italy. I think it's more fun when we slap up a British team like 9-0 on aggregate. I think that's way more fun than going to Italy, Juventus, and PSG and playing those bummy teams. So hopefully we don't play them. I wouldn't want Grealish for the money Villa are demanding. Yes, I wouldn't want that. He's a good player. Also, he's a party boy. He won't want to be in Munich with all these robots, as the media refer. Beep, bop. Let's go to training today. Let's go to training. Spielregister. Die Mannschaften to training today. Training Manchester. Blue team, you have to work hard. He wouldn't want to be at our club. If Bayern wins the CL next season, they can make a triple with the final in. That that would be the dream. The final in Munich. Whew, you know, I was really excited because the final in 2022 was going to be Munich, and then it got, forwarded another year because we lost, 10 years in 2022 when the final would take place. We lost in Munich, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think that would be so cool if we had 10 years later, we redeem ourselves by winning at our stadium. But now we can win the treble of the Champions League. So I'd love to do that. That's not how it works. That's not how football works. You're not winning any trebles. It's very hard to win the Champions League. I can't remember. I know exactly how I felt. You can watch the videos now and you're like, oh, why is this guy crying? He's literally going to win. I wasn't confident. That Barcelona game, that was probably the nerviest game for me. The Lyon game had me feeling like that in the first 20 minutes until Gnabry scored in the 22nd minute. But that Barca game had me, especially when Messi hit the post, I wanted to lose my mind. Because when you're watching, like when I'm watching the Nations League or I'm watching Dortmund Schalke, my tactical brain comes into play. I want to study the game. When I'm watching Bayern, I want everything to be a goal. I want us to score. And then when we do score, I want the whistle blown as soon as possible so the game ends. Especially in the Champions League. Because that's so prestigious to me. Oh my goodness. The Champions League is so hard. And in our minds, because we won it, we can do it again. Liverpool won it and they couldn't get past Atletico. Not saying we're Liverpool, but it's very hard to get. It's hard because now you become the team everyone wants to beat. Because if you beat Bayern, you win. And that's usually the case because, look, if you do beat Bayern Munich in the Champions League knockout, since 2009, only one time in 2011 did the winner from Bayern Munich versus another team go in. Only one time it didn't happen. But the rest of, since 2009, every single team that beat us went on to win the Champions League. That's such a crazy. Liverpool, Real Madrid, just Real Madrid. So that's it. How often a Champions League winner defended his title in the past? Yeah, it's very limited. I mean, Bayern did it in the 70s. We can do it again. I think if there is a generation or an era to do it, it's this team. But leave a like on the video. We're not at 40 likes yet. I'm very disappointed. How can you watch these free videos? These free videos and not leave a like on the videos. It's very disappointing. So make sure you do that because there is a sense in an area where we get to where this is a toxic relationship because I can't be doing all the work, putting in all the effort, and there's no replication from you. So I want you to replicate my efforts. I'm making an effort by speaking right now about leaving a like. So I'd love for you to leave a like on this video. Why is Warner Brothers coming out with so many movies that are crap? So leave a like on the videos. Real, Bayern, Ajax again. Real, I don't know what that means. I think you mean the groups. Alaba renewed. No, he didn't. Not yet. We're waiting for it. I think he will. I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that he wouldn't. Look, if Hansi Flick made him his defensive, guy. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge just said talks were positive. I don't have any doubt in my mind that it's happening. With Thiago, we didn't mention Thiago today at all. Thiago, you know what? Look, if Thiago wants to leave Bayern, I don't blame him. He wants something new. Look, it's one of those where I'm sure Bayern would be like, whatever Liverpool offer you money-wise, we'll offer it too. I'm sure Thiago would know that, and Bayern would love to keep Thiago. And yeah, if he wants something new and he wants to try something new, I 100% support him. I will watch him play for Liverpool, but I want him to stay very bad. So now we're in a situation where we need to kidnap him while also giving him his freedom. So Messi got kidnapped by Barcelona. Why can't we kidnap Thiago? Yeah, but look, it is what happens, It happens like that. Things are just things move. Life moves on. We're going to miss Thiago if he leaves. But then when he Another winger, we do. Milat Rashica would be a good signing. He's good. Jiraku. Yeesh. Shuhadat. Thiago said he's happy in Munich. Yeah. Zahavi, the F fingers. Zahavi. Yes. I don't really care about agents. Well, you know what? He takes care of his clients because he gets them a lot of money. Lewandowski got his money. Alaba wants, look, if you're a player, you would love the guy. You would absolutely love him because he gives you your money and there's no problems with that. I think people get too annoyed sometimes. People get too I guess, not everyone that joins us is going to be Bayern Munich, I die for you, through and through. No, most people just join us. And I think we don't realize that ourselves sometimes. Players join Bayern sometimes to genuinely just further their career. They're not all fans of Bayern. They grew up watching Franz Beckenbauer, and now it's time for them to build their generation and their era at Bayern. Not everyone's like that, man. So sometimes we look at situations with Alaba wanting more money, and we're like, what? But we gave you so much. No, he wants more. Actors get paid more and make less money from their movies. If a movie made a 700 million in the box office pretty much every single year because you acted in the movie, then you want more money. Consider Bayern Munich as, we call ourselves FC Hollywood, but consider it from Alaba's point of view. Your club makes 700 plus million. You just won the Champions League. You played an important role, right? Not just Alaba, any player, any footballer. So 700 million is the box office number. And now you feel like, okay, well, there are costs to operate the movie, to operate the club. There are costs to make sure the stadium is going. But in general, the club is making bank. The club doesn't pull up 100 billion profit. No. Maybe like 50 million profit every season. And that's a lot of money, by the way. That's a lot of money for a football club. To put it to perspective, a lot of big brands don't make 50 million profit, and that's maybe even after tax. So you consider the cost of operations. Let's say Bayern's cost of operations every season is 400 million. That includes player wages, all these things, and then there are other fees and other things that and then the club walks home with 50 million profit. Hey, as a player, you want more money. You want a little share of that pie. Look, you have to understand, you just see it like that, I think footballers will get paid more in the future because there'll be more money in the game. Yeah, money, people talk about how evil money is. Well, do you know how many jobs are created just because of the money in the sport now? The money in the sport is great. It's actually good. Eventually, the 50+1 rule will be gone, and eventually ticket prices will go up. I don't get the 50+1 rule in relation to ticket prices specifically, because fans want their clubs to win trophies, but they're not willing to pay their club more money, which could lead to buying better players. And I don't get it. It's not the 50+1, just the aspect of ticket prices and fans being able to have a say on it. Because if I want something, if I want a movie, if I want to go watch a good movie, I'd rather pay a better price for it, or a bigger price for it, than go watch a crap movie, a crap indie film that just came out. Some kids in their college room made it. I'd rather pay more money to go watch this highly produced movie. So that's pretty much, and then the highly produced football and the better players. I'd rather pay more money to go watch that because it's an entertainment at the end of the day. Well, thank you everyone so much for watching. The show's been great today. I swear, I swear. Sometimes I just turn around and I'm hearing Phil Jones, I'm hearing Griezmann, Arthur, Haaland. Where are you getting these players from? We're not a funeral. Why are we buying Griezmann? We're not a mortuary. We're not trying to contain dead people. Just telling me about Phil Jones and Griezmann. All right. Well, thank you everyone so much for watching. Who will replace Lewandowski? Well, it's definitely not something we know right now because we're not trying to replace him. There's people that think Lewandowski will slow down in 2 years. You never know. What if Lewandowski gets a career-ending injury? All right, Mia-san, Mia, in peace.